So that's the sound of Katie Clarke. That's audio actually from her busking, her singing on the street in Montreal. I came across these videos a while ago, and I remember calling Alice one day and saying, have you ever heard of Katie Clarke? And the idea was no. And then you start watching the videos, and you realize she's singing around Montreal, various songs. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to have her on the show. So thank you for coming in. It's great to meet you.
Hi, thank you.
So, we were just chatting before coming back on. This is a really nice story. I like stories like this because, we're in an age right now. I should point out, you brought in your iPhone and this is content, just like everything else that you do, because that's the generation we live in right now. So you told me you used to, first of all, always be into music, right? You used to write music, fool around, whatever. And what made you decide to go out on the street and put yourself out there?
I just knew that I needed to start somewhere and that I couldn't just work at my 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. And I didn't have a lot growing up, like money-wise and stuff. So I tried to just use the one thing that I had always had, which was my voice.
Yeah. You said when you say 9 to 5, so you're kind of that classic example. You worked at McDonald's.
I worked at
That was your job.
Yeah.
And when you had chance, you'd be scribbling down lyrics or whatever,
even
at work.
I would sing while I was working. I was someone who worked in the coffee station because there's like different stations and whatnot. And so actually I would sing while I was working and write lyrics to songs that I was coming up with, like on the back of the receipt papers and this and that. And there was quite a few times that people in the window while I would serve the coffee would be like, wow, you have such a nice voice.
Just like in the drive-thru window.
Yes. And so something about that, because it kept happening, there was people in front or there's just people in the drive-thru that would just like hear me from the inside and be like, I thought it was the radio, but it's actually you. Like, you sound so good. There was even one time a woman came up just to record me while she was pulling up. And then I just kind of got an idea. I was like, well, if I'm just singing, like I didn't have any music with me, so they were just hearing my voice. And if people like it this much and, maybe this is my ticket out, so to say. So yeah, I just took a chance and started singing outside.
The stuff that you were singing, was this other people's music, stuff you had written? What were you singing?
It was both. In McDonald's, yeah. I would sing other people's music. I would sing something that I was coming up with at the time, even, because I would write. A lot of my songs were written while I was there.
At work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, it's something even the bosses like.
I imagine it's kind of fun, actually, right? It's a nice bonus to have someone who's able to do that, kind of brighten up the mood.
Yes, at least a lot of the workers thought so. At least that's what they would say to me. But also I was like kind of seen as someone who was constantly like distracted or in their own little world because I'm like, So. And
then you're doing this stuff at home, or you were still writing at home when you got home? You'd sing at home?
I would sing at home, write at home, and I bought basically like a little bit of studio equipment so I could build my own little studio in my bedroom, just off of money that I saved up.
Yeah. So then eventually you decide you leave McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's not for you. You were telling me you're actually now at a point where you can sustain yourself just by virtue of what you do, which is remarkable because this is not an easy way to kind of get by.
Thank you.
How hard was it at the beginning? First of all, that first time being out there on your own, singing in the street, what was that like? Do you remember?
Yeah. I was not. A lot of people ask me if I was nervous, but I actually don't really get nervous singing in front of people. I never really have. Like, even I used to sing on the bus, like on the way to school, in front of like a bunch of people, whoever else was all the other kids
audience.
that were on the bus.
Yeah.
There was also this staircase that was in like the schoolyard because I went to a school called Meadowbrook when I was in elementary, and I would use that staircase as like a little my stage, and then there'd be people that would sit around the staircase.
Wow.
So like I always knew that I wanted to do this. So when I did start singing outside, it was nerve-wracking, as in obviously you're dealing with a bunch of like strangers, of course, and you don't know how people are going to react. Right. But at the same time, it was very like freeing for me because I always sung. Everything I did, I would sing.
So you're like a born performer. This is something you've always done one way or another.
Yes.
So now you're on the street. People walk by. You're getting some attention. I heard you sing. Obviously, you have a very nice voice.
Thank you so much.
You also did a couple, like you did an Amy Winehouse song that I'd seen. So you're not just doing original work here either. Mm-hmm. And you start making money?
Yeah. I mean, you have to get a permit, of course, and I have a permit. I got a permit from the start. I'd like to do things by the book as much as possible. But in the beginning, it was definitely risky, because you're getting as much as people are going to give you.
You're also out there alone. You have no one with you, do you?
No. I mean, I don't like to like broadcast that.
Well, no, but it's going to be obvious to people anyway.
Yes, it is
I'm
obvious.
only asking that because when I see the camera, I'm thinking, well, there must be someone taping.
No.
But no, you have it set up on a tripod.
No, not even actually. The videos that you see, I'm super grateful, but it's from everybody who passes by.
Oh, really?
Those videos are filmed by people who pass by.
I thought you had set this thing up.
No. I've tried that before, but to be honest, it's just another thing to kind of watch over and look over.
Right.
So some days, I'll go out and I'll intentionally set up my own tripod, but 99% of the videos that are posted on my social media right now, especially the ones that blew up, were like just passerby like who would film me, and then they would send it because I would tell them, hey, like, you know, tips are nice because obviously they are. Yeah. It helps me make a living off of this. But, you know, in this day and age, social media is like a big thing. And so it's a free way to help to just send me the videos that you...
And then post them.
Yeah, and then I post them.
And you are the girl who sings. That's your handle from people, not from you. That was them?
Yeah, they came up with that because, like, everyone obviously need a brand and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I know myself, but it's kind of being able to convert that and have other people know who you are. And so I was just like, well, what do people know me as? And it just became a common thing that when I would walk around the city, there would be people who would stop me like in the metro or by a bus stop or just in the city and be like, hey, like, aren't you the girl who sings?
So you became the girl who sings. So I was like,
you know what? Yeah, I think that's what they are, instead of like constantly trying to push like my name, which I also push, of course, as well, like Katie Clarke.
So for people wondering, by the way, you're ex Katie Clarke because Katie Clarke was taken.
Yeah, the at name for Instagram, it was taken. So I just put 2 X's in the front, 2 X's on the end. So it's XX Katie Clarke, XX. The X's do not really mean anything other than just I can have Katie Clarke. Yeah. But in terms of like what people usually know me as is, everyone just has been calling me the girl who sings. That's very cool.
So I want to know how you then take that and, you know, use that as a jumping off point, and now you're able to sustain yourself on this. So people, they're just donating whatever, $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever. That's really what it is, right?
Yeah.
How often are you out there?
I'm out there as often as I can be because my schedule, you know, through busking and through obviously the social media, I have been getting reached out to by like different cafes, different companies, different people who want me to perform at their birthdays, their weddings, their engagement parties.
You've already done this?
Yes.
That's
some corporate gigs from corporate companies, like corporations. So I've been getting bookings with that, and also bars and, like I said, cafes. And so between doing all of those, as well as sometimes performing in the city, like at different random venues, like, I don't know if maybe you've heard of it, Le Cypher X. It's like a venue that has like live musicians. Okay. They sometimes hire me as well. I'll be performing there actually on June 4th. It's by Montreal, I think, but they're kind of moving locations right now. But anyway, between all of these different performances, I busk when I can, and usually in the later afternoon because I think that's when everyone likes to hear the music.
So what started as busking, I'm going to do this, is now turned into I'm getting gigs all over the place. I'll just busk when I can.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And that's making you money. Clearly, if you're being hired by corporations, and that's fantastic.
Yes.
Could you have envisioned this happening that quickly?
No, not at all. Like, I was super surprised. I'm still surprised, you know, and on the days that I get tired, I remind myself like how grateful I am because, you know, of course, doing all this and managing it by myself, a lot of people often ask me if I have management, and I don't currently have management. So yes, it is me handling my social media and handling everything. It's a lot of work, the bookings, everything. But it's never, I'm super grateful that at least I'm able to get tired and be tired out by doing what I love doing, which is, of course, performing and singing and just music in general.
I just love the story. It's such a great story. And it, again, from, you know, I'm going to leave my job because this is what I want to do. This is my passion.
Yeah.
To all of a sudden having that turn into something that, as you said, I'm making enough money. I'm good here. This is great.
Yeah.
But outside of the stuff you like bookings and stuff you get, do you make money just off the social media posts as well? Is there enough there to make money?
Well, I see it as yes. And I see it as yes because, like, it's more about what the social media posts bring in terms of opportunity. Right.
But just the posts themselves.
Themselves.
Instagram's not sending you a check for $5,000.
No. It's like, it's just, it draws in opportunities and people, it's exposure, you know, just like this, like, you know, people will see, people will hear, and they'll be like, wow, like she sounds really good in the video. And all those videos, of course, are live. You know, there's been some people who have questioned if it was live, but you'll literally hear the street noise. Like I'm outside doing this live. There's no auto-tune also on the machine.
Not if you're doing it live. No.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular spot you like to go to in the city?
By the Eaton Center.
By the Eaton Center?
Yeah. Almost like right in front of the Timeout Market spot. I just like that spot.
But outside?
Yes, outside. I actually have performed in the Timeout Market as well. They were doing this. They saw me and they were like,
barely hear anything in there. It's so noisy.
It is, but it was still fun. I would definitely still do that again. But I like to perform outside. I really do enjoy it. And I have tried performing in different locations, and I plan on performing in other locations. And I was even thinking about visiting Toronto and performing in Toronto because I've had a lot of people.
Don't go there. Stay in Montreal.
I've had
You're
a lot of
Montreal,
people ask me,
here.
right? I should stay here in like Montreal. But yeah, I have performed different spots, but mainly that is my spot, and people know me for being in that spot.
I got to wrap up. I was just going to ask you. So you're very young. You're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Your parents, what do they have to say about all this?
My mother's proud of me. You know, she's always been super supportive. My father's not in my life. He has not ever really been. So I don't really know what he thinks.
Okay. But your mom's like all in.
Well, my mom's like super supportive. Yeah,
That's
of course
great.
she is. Yeah.
Listen, I think it's amazing. I love the story. I will tell people if they want to check you out on Instagram, it's XXKDClarkeXX.
Yes.
But if you type The Girl Who Sings, will that take you to the same place? Maybe?
And honestly, at this point, it probably will pop up.
Katie Clarke. And you have an event coming up, which is also something I saw you posted with other musicians. What is that?
Yes. I am so terrible with names and stuff like that because I've had so many events coming up. But it's in Laval at Latondre College.
Okay. End of June?
Yes. I think it's June 26th. I'm going to be making more posts about it.
Okay.
There's so many different events coming up. I feel bad that I don't remember.
No, that's okay. Do you have a website or anything like that yet? Or
that's in the works.
In the works.
Yes.
I love this story.
There's so much work.
Hey, listen, it's a pleasure meeting you. And good luck and congratulations on what you've done. I love the idea and I love what you pulled off.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Canadian women are looking for more out of themselves, their businesses, their elected leaders, and the world around them.
And that's why we're thrilled to introduce the Honest Talk podcast.
I'm Jennifer Stewart.
And I'm Catherine Clarke. And in this podcast, we interview Canada's most inspiring women.
Entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, politicians, and newsmakers, all at different stages of their journey.
So if you're looking to connect, then we hope you'll join us.
Listen to the Honest Talk podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your podcasts.